Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. As I'm sure you've heard by now, this channel is sponsored by Ultimate Guard. For the past few years, Ultimate Guard has been hard at work finding ways to protect your cards without damaging the planet, and they have discovered it. Boulders, once made entirely of plastic, are now made of 87% renewable resources. They also come in a variety of sizes, including this new 133 card box. If you're like me, you have a ton of decks, want a little bit of space for your tokens in your deck boxes, and don't want those boxes filling up an entire suitcase, then this box is the perfect solution for you. Find out if your local game store carries the new Return to Earth boulders from Ultimate Guard, or click on the link down below to order yourself some from Amazon. Today's video was brought to us by Patreon supporter Sean. Huge thanks to Sean and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Sean reached out asking for a Spellslinger deck led by Eruth, Tormented Prophet. Sean quickly discovered that this is my forte. I love Spellslinger decks. But before we get started, I'd like to quickly ask you to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel, and it's free. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Eruth, Tormented Prophet is a 3-mana 2/4 human wizard. She says that if we would draw a card, instead we exile the top 2 cards of our library. We may play those cards this turn. So Eruth basically doubles our card draw, but also reveals those cards to our opponents. Counterspells are at their best when not revealed, so despite my love for running a few in Commander, we probably won't have a lot of room for them. And since we're going to be digging through our deck so quickly, as well as running a lot of cantrips and rituals, we can get away with running fewer lands. Now normally I like to have my decks follow a checklist, something like this. 15 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. But you can replace a land for every 2 cantrips. Cantrips are different than card advantage in that they usually only replace themselves, rather than giving us a net gain in cards. The last thing we want to do is brainstorm and draw 3 lands, or worse, exile 6 lands off the top of our library. But if 1 or 2 of those cards is a land, we'll be happy to play it and the other spells. Now, Sean said he doesn't want to win with Thassa's Oracle, but I was able to convince him that having a single lab man effect in the deck was wise, just in case he drew through his whole deck. But that's not our primary win condition. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Scalding Tarn, Arid Mesa, Misty Rainforest, Bloodstained Mire, Flooded Strand, Steam Vents, Training Center, Stormcarved Coast, Sulphur Falls, Volatile Fjord, Molten Tributary, Shivan Reef, Riverglide Pathway, Boilerworks, Scavenger Grounds, 6 islands, and 6 mountains make up our land base. Sol Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Creativity, Izzet Signet, Sky Diamond, Fire Diamond, Felwar Stone, Mind Stone, Chromatic Lantern, Decanter of Endless Water, Isochron Scepter, Dramatic Reversal, Urabrask, Burgi, God of Storytelling, and Stormkiln Artist serve as our traditional ramp. But we've also got Dockside Extortionist, Seething Song, Desperate Ritual, Pyretic Ritual, and Mana Geyser serving as rituals. Ignite the Future, Archmage Emeritus, Burning Inquiry, Breakthrough, Wind Rider Wizard, Mystical Tutor, Teferi's Ageless Insight, and Rhystic Study make up our card advantage package. But we've also got Brainstorm, Opt, Birthday Escape, Consider, Preordain, Gitaxian Probe, Ponder, Thought Scour, Serum Visions, and Impulse's cantrips. Pongify, Abrade, Counterspell, Chaos Warp, Flusterstorm, Grapeshot, Flame of Anor, Commit Memory, Snap, Lightning Bolt, Prismari Command, and Narset's Reversal help us to interact with our opponents as needed. Cyclonic Rift, Blasphemous Act, and Magma Quake work to reset the board when things get out of hand. Thousand Year Storm, Arcane Bombardment, Mizzix's Mastery, Wild Magic Sorcerer, Expansion Explosion, Dualcaster Mage, and Increasing Vengeance all help with our spellslinging and help to close out the game faster. But we're also running Passionate Archaeologist, Nalfishni, Veyron Voice of Duality, Jace Wielder of Mysteries, Ral Storm Conduit, Spreading Insurrection, Brain Freeze, Harmonic Prodigy, Mizzix Replica Rider, and Insult Injury make up the core of our deck and how we plan on winning the game. Now that we have our deck list, we should compare it to our checklist. 49 mana sources split between 29 lands, 15 pieces of ramp, and 5 rituals. A little tight, but that's because we have 19 pieces of card advantage, split between 8 standard, 10 cantrips, and our commander. 12 pieces of interaction, 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Commit Memory and Scavenger Grounds, 1 Sudden I Win card in Thousand Year Storm. Now, I'm sure you noticed the storm spells in our deck. Ideally, we win by storming off. As I've said in previous videos, Arcane Bombardment is a storm player's best friend. But Thousand Year Storm is my favorite way to win at Magic. How, you ask? With Lightning Bolt. But Danon, in order for Lightning Bolt to kill the table, you'd have to make 40 copies of it. There's no way you're going to get your storm count that high. Not so, gentle viewer. In fact, we only need to cast 5 spells to kill the table. The first 3 don't matter. A mix of cantrips and rituals will do just fine. The 4th spell we cast is Insult, which doubles our damage dealt and makes damage unpreventable this turn. And since it was the 4th spell, that means damage is doubled 4 times, or 2 to the 4th power, or 16. Which means when we cast Lightning Bolt as our 5th spell, we will have a total of 5 bolts on the stack, each one primed to deal 42 points of unpreventable damage. Of course, that's not the only way to win with this deck. We do have Ral Storm Conduit and 3 copy effects. So all we need to do is cast an instant sorcery, then copy it, then copy the copy spell. This creates an infinite loop of copies, which allows Ral Storm Conduit to machine gun down the entire table. Or we could just generate infinite mana with Isochron Scepter and Dramatic Reversal, and kill the table with a really big explosion. The way I like to build Spellslinger is to ensure every card has a synergistic relationship with every other card. I know that Eruth Tormented Prophet's static ability is a replacement effect, which probably has some of you wondering why I included Veyron Voice of Duality and Harmonic Prodigy. Well, Stormkiln Artist is a shaman. Dualcaster Mage is a wizard. Both of them have triggered abilities that double up with Harmonic Prodigy. And Veyron takes Thousand Year Storm and turns it into one of the most powerful cards in Magic. Of course, we could just cast a few spells with a Variant on board and smash an opponent's face in. That's always fun. Do you have a Spellslinger deck? What's your strategy for building it? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. One of the tiers is specifically set up for Commander. For only $25, I will build you a custom Commander deck based around your specifications, and even do a deck video on it. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Squishy, Brett, Ignis, Roxy, Josh, Sean, Pop Zombie, Mark, Alix, Danny, Steve, Kevin, and Alex. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander deck videos often, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Also, if you're a fan of anime and manga like I am, feel free to check out my other channel, Musings by Danon. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.